Did you know webinars could help you show up in AI search as well as in Google? Well, webinar repurposing can help you do it. And today I'll talk about 5 ways how you can repurpose your webinars to get more out of your existing content and show up in AI search as well as in Google. We just created a really appreciated video on this, so I thought I would add 5 more ways to do it and how you could really get more out of your existing webinars. So let's get into it. Number 1 is that you could turn your webinar audio into a podcast. Just like webinars, running a podcast is a great way to build a relationship with an audience, while going in depth on a topic. Podcasts are often audio only, but can involve video. And the biggest difference from a webinar is that podcasts lack interaction. So repurposing a webinar to a podcast is quite straightforward. Especially if your webinar tool, like Univid for example, supports webinar recordings in full HD quality, that you would have a great quality audio file that is ready to go. So essentially extract the audio from the webinar, clean it up if you want, or publish it as a podcast episode. Add a short intro and outro to make it feel natural. That is the repurposing part of things, that you really make it feel like it was built for this format. And podcasts reach people who prefer audio, and you could grow a new audience doing this and reach more people that prefer the podcast format essentially. They will listen to you on their way to work, in their hammock, or when they do the dishes. AI search tip here is that podcast show notes and transcripts, similar to webinars, are viewed as expert content by Google and AI models. So if you have a transcript, make sure to include it, and that way you'll get frequently cited and quoted and indexed on Google as well. The second way is to repurpose your webinar slides into a slide deck or a PDF. This one is simple, as you already have done most of the work. Most webinars include some slides. Clean them up and offer people to download them. So essentially just clean up the presentation, put it as a standalone deck for those that are interested in in-depth stuff or that want to recap. Add short captions if they need context to each slide. And slides work because they are quick to scroll through. They're easy to share internally with the colleagues in Slack or in LinkedIn. And also Google picks PDFs and similar up quite well as well. So don't underestimate allowing people to download your slides. And this could also be a good way as a lead magnet to get people to give you their email in exchange for the slides. Number 3 is to put together an ebook or guide. This takes the downloadable material one step further, and you would kind of clean your slides up even more and maybe add some more stats and context. This is a great way to make growth happen, and they will really act as kind of lead magnets where people will be happy to kind of exchange their information in exchange for the downloadable. It will also position you as a thought leader. For example, the Univid Webinar Insights report is both webinar, a blog post, and also will be offered as a downloadable PDF ebook that people can easily share that way too. In the same way as the kind of slides, it's really easy as you already have the material ready for it. And a tip here is to use the engagement you get in the webinars, like Q&A questions, polls answers, or similar. That allows you to quickly create unique insights from that could add to the slides that you have and make this a really valuable piece for the audience. And these things would be relevant for your niche already, as they helped co-create them with you throughout the live webinar. The fourth one is to turn your webinar Q&A into an FAQ page. A lot of webinars include a Q&A, but few use it afterwards. By using the Q&A questions and answers from the webinar, you already have a perfect FAQ to copy-paste in your website. Relevant questions answered by authoritative experts in the field. Just the type of content both AI and Google loves. So essentially take questions and answers from the live chat or Q&A session, put it on a landing page or a webinar blog post, or enrich your existing content with it. So it could be just adding an FAQ section on the bottom. This works because it matches how people search, especially long tail questions, and they are already in a structured format which AI and Google love. So to make this even better, an AI search tip here is to mark up the page in FAQ schema, for example JSON LD. This allows Google and AI searchers to easily read through the questions and answers directly and feature them in their results. Number 5 is to share the insights as visuals on social media. So essentially pull out interesting highlights or learnings from the webinar and put them as visuals on social media. You might already have used video clips from the webinar to kind of as shorts on social media, but you could also pull out, let's say, polls answers, aggregated insights from the webinar Q&A. For example, did you know X is the most frequently asked question, or quotes from the speakers. And make some nice visuals out of them, and or copy the ones that you already have in your webinar software. And an AI search tip here is that you can put stats with clear sources and based on many data points. For example, like a poll answered by many webinar attendees, they are very likely to be cited in AI tools. So include the year so they know its current data, and mention, for example, how many actually answered it, and it will help you a lot. And that was it for these tips. If you're looking for more ways how to repurpose, we put together 6 ways to repurpose in the video here. Also, if you are looking for a webinar platform to easily repurpose your webinars and create engaging webinars in 60 seconds, check out univid.io. You can create a webinar for free and test it all out. With that, thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of the similar videos. We put out a lot of educational content around creating webinars that actually engage and create next steps. So feel free to check them out here on this channel and subscribe if you liked it. See you in the next one. Ciao.